Good morning, everyone. How are you all this morning? I'm just going to get myself up so that I can see your comments if you jump on to watch me live. Let's turn the sound down. So I have, I'm charging my phone at the same time, so it's really, oh no, I don't want to hide the comments. How do I undo that? What? Live chat. Okay, comments will appear here. Fine. Good morning. If you're jumping on to watch me, say hi. How are you? How are you all? Oh, I'm a bit cold this morning. How are you all feeling? I think I might have to go and get my Udi from upstairs because it's extremely cold. I didn't put enough layers on to go to the school, to walk my way to school this morning. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Tanya. How are you? It's very, very cold. So I've just been over in my membership and done the cards over there, and whew, they were deep, but they were powerful. And I've also recorded the meditation for them this morning, which is a beautiful release meditation using the visualization of a meadow, which was very nice. It came to me this morning as I was walking the dog. How are you both feeling this morning? If you're watching on the replay, let me know how you are. Can you believe that it's the 10th of October? 10th of October. And it is World Mental Health Day today. And this morning I thought, okay, it's World Mental Health Day. I'm just going to do a very quick Google search of statistics to see what comes up. And it's really quite well. I was listening to something last week, I can't remember what it was, that was talking about teenage mental health. And it was saying that the number of teenagers who are now prescribed antidepressants has increased to 29%. And before it was quite a bit lower than that, and now it's 29%. UK teenagers have the lowest overall rates of life satisfaction, or one of the lowest in the world, or in Europe. Maybe I should check that, but it could be in Europe, it could be in the world, which is absolutely shocking that children and teenagers feel that they're not satisfied with their life. And I think that it's actually something that goes through to adulthood quite a lot. So just a little insight into the state of mental health in the UK at the minute. 58% of employees experience anxiety. That's over half of a workforce, over half of the employees suffer anxiety. Of those 58%, only 9% of them will ever seek support for that anxiety. I've had anxiety before. I still kind of have it. It's a lot better managed, and I completely understand the anxiety that I experience more, so I can more easily regulate it. But if I hadn't got the support of my coaches and my meditation practice and my family, I wouldn't probably actually be coping with it as well. So if over 58% of employees suffer from anxiety, then what can we do to support them? That is what we should be asking. 1 in 4 people will experience a mental health problem. 1 in 4. 1 in 14 people will self-harm. And it's as sad as it is when I teach teenagers one-to-one, a few of them self-harm and they're young. One of them was as young as 12. I mean, it's just heartbreaking. 1 in 15 people will attempt suicide. So 1 in 4 people have a mental health problem. 1 in 5 people experience suicidal thoughts, and 1 in 15 people will attempt suicide. 1 in 15. Where are we going wrong here? What can we do to support these people? What needs to change? I fully do believe that part of the problem is the way that our society is set up, in a way that people are pushed and pushed and pushed to achieve more and more and more and more. And that just creates so much anxiety and stress that people can't cope with it. And this is something that feels, in fact, my son's high school. Oh my God. So we had an email. I'm not sure whether to reply because it just is like, So my son's high school sent an email out over the weekend. So we get these emails however often. And they are going to, there's a big push on attendance, and they are going to hand out 100% attendance awards every month. I have an issue with 100% attendance awards anyway. And to hand them out every month, I just think, what? I suppose it's easier to get one a month than it is in the course of a term or whatever, but I just have an issue with a society that pushes attendance above anything else. Because if you are ill, if you are having a severe mental health problem day, if you are pushing to attend because you get an award for attendance, that's what's rewarded in our society, that's what makes people more ill. Like, actually, what you need to do if you're ill is rest. What you need to do if you're ill is not push yourself to do something. I do understand that some people will just take time off all the time. I get that. But actually, those people are going to do it anyway because they're not going to be asked about 100% attendance awards. So it actually, all it does is create a society where we are pushing to just be there constantly, pushing through all that we might, pushing through the need to rest, pushing through the body's need to heal, pushing. That just causes more illness, more stress, more anxiety, more problems. Like, am I alone in this, or do people like think the same as me? I really have an issue. So I'm debating emailing back and being like, do you realise the state of mental health in this country, and pushing for 100% attendance is not going to help. Sometimes I will keep my kids off just because I feel like they need a bit of a day to just chill out. You know, all of us need mental health days sometimes. I don't take the piss. I don't keep them off all the time. But if they need to rest, and if they need to just have a bit of time to decompress from the pushiness of society, then I will let them. Yeah, let me know what you think about all those thoughts. Hi, Nick. If you're watching on the replay, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So Mental Health Day is today. And so I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about that and talk about some tips that you can do to look after your mental health. So what are you going to do today to look after your mental health? I've got a really itchy boob. I do apologise. Too much information? Maybe. Yeah, what are you going to do to look after your mental health today? So this morning I woke up at 6 o'clock, I think. It could have even been earlier. And I meditated. And I do meditate every morning, but today I was like, right, I'm going to do it for longer. So I actually did it for about 20 minutes. Normally I do about 10, 5, depending on what time it is when I wake up. And immediately I felt better. Meditation is something so simple that everyone can do. Please don't think that it's something that's hard. It can be anything. Even like listening to a piece of music can be meditation. Stick a piece of music on and just be in that music. Listen to it. Let it fill your whole awareness. That's meditating. Go and sit in a field and just watch the trees or the flowers or the leaves or whatever it is. Go and sit by a stream and just watch the water running. That's meditating. That's being mindful. That's being in the moment. This is so important for our mental health. Go for a walk. Yeah, get out and go for a walk. Get some fresh air. You know, sometimes when we feel, especially if you work at home, like I find sometimes that if I don't walk in the morning, so over the weekend, I didn't walk the dog on Saturday because mum was like, well, I'll walk him. And I was like, yeah, that's fine because I've actually got loads of running around to do. But I could really tell that I felt the effects of not going for a walk. I felt more lethargic. I felt more like, ugh, I just can't be bothered to do anything. Like it just kind of had a knock-on effect of everything. Go for a walk, even just 10 minutes, go for a walk. Do something that you enjoy. Do something that feels fun. Read a book, play an instrument, watch something that's funny. Like Friends is my like go-to when I'm feeling like, I actually don't watch any TV, but when I feel a bit crap, well, I do. I watch tennis. I watch Bake Off, actually. That's one thing I do watch. I watch Friends. If I'm feeling really crap, I watch Friends because it never, I must have seen every episode over 1,000 times, if not more, but they still make me laugh. I feel like they're my friends. Anything. What do you do? So if you're watching this on the replay, if you're watching it with me now, what do you do to look after your mental health? Yin yoga is something. So I started my yin yoga teacher training, and oh my God, that is just like, it's just so incredible. And I can't wait to start offering that. But for me personally, when I miss it, if I don't do it now, I miss my yin yoga practice. So that's something else. Running, cycling, swimming. What is it that makes you feel good? Let me know what you do. Share your tips for other people so that we can really get lots of ideas of how we can look after our own mental health. And it's really important to understand that mental health is just as important as physical health. We're very good at saying, oh, I need to eat healthily, or I need to do exercise because I need to look after my body. But what do you do to look after your mind? Meditation for me is a no-brainer. Like, it is the absolute thing that has helped me so much with my anxiety, with stress levels, with having like more perspective on things, for being more patient with my children, for not getting caught up in all like the little details of everything. Like, meditation is, and that's why it forms such a big part of my work and what I do. Like, every week in the membership, we have a meditation that I drop in there. Every moon circle that I do, there's meditations in there. I teach my exhale meditations. In the yin yoga sessions that I will be delivering, that's meditation. Meditation is massive. And yeah, let me know. Let me know what else. So these are the well-being cards from Esther and Jerry Hicks, and I just wanted to share a couple of these so that we can see what they what ideas they have for us. Okay, let's see. When I appreciate, I feel so very good. So that's just like gratitude, feel gratitude. Appreciation is the secret to life. Become a person who appreciates and you will thrive. You will fulfill your reason for being. Gratitude is so important, isn't it? Like, just being grateful for what we have, and for having enough, and for being where we are. Grateful for the fact that we have a house. Grateful for the fact that I can have a hot cup of tea in the morning. Grateful for the fact that I have hot water. Grateful for the fact that the postman delivers my post every day. Grateful for the fact that my kids sometimes help putting the washing away. Grateful for everything. Just be grateful. So let's see what we can practice gratitude for today. Let's have a look. Where can you express gratitude? The main event isn't the destination. It's my joyous journey. The main event isn't the destination. It's my joyous journey. You did not come forth seeking assignments to complete. You came forth for a reason to flow and to love and enjoy life. Even though you will return home at the end of every vacation, the idea of your holiday is not to complete it as quickly as possible so that you can check it off your list. The idea of your vacation and of this life experience is to have a joyous experience. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? I like that. And I feel like that's basically personal growth and evolution, because there's always more. And that's what's so beautiful about it, is that you never really reach the end of your personal growth journey. You never reach the end of how you can grow and evolve as a person, because it's a continuous journey. So actually the destination isn't to be this like fully evolved human being who's like absolutely perfect, because that doesn't exist. The point of the journey is to be in the journey and experience every stage of the journey to its fullest. And that's what makes it so special. Okay, one more. Oh, I look for more reasons to appreciate. So not only are we going to have a little bit of appreciation, we're then going to look for more. In fact, what we did in the Luminous membership not that long ago was that we had to, oh no, it wasn't in the membership. It was in my group coaching that we did. We had to write a list of 100, I think it was 100 or 150 reasons. No, it was 100. We had to write 100 things that we were grateful for. And what happens when you do that is that you get to a certain point and you feel a shift in your whole body. Like you literally feel a shift of like, oh my God, wow. It is so powerful. Mine happened around number like 83, 84, I think. If you don't get there when you get to 100, keep going. This is something I do with all my clients because it's so powerful. Because you think like, everything. I wrote things like, I'm grateful for my dishwasher. I'm grateful for the kettle. I'm grateful for my toaster. And it's like little things. And actually you realize that you have so much to be grateful for. And it's really, really powerful. And when you feel that shift in your whole body, your whole energy, your whole like awareness, it's just like, wow, it feels so good. I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you do that. Get a piece of paper, sit down and just write a list of everything that you're grateful for. Get up to 100. And if you need to keep going, because you'll find it gets easier. At first, it's like, I'm grateful for my house, I'm grateful for my kids, I'm grateful for my family. But then you get deeper and deeper and deeper, and it feels amazing. I would absolutely recommend that you do that. Anyway, I look for more reasons to appreciate. The more I appreciate, the better I feel. The better I feel, the more I am allowing who I am to flow through me. The more I allow who I am to flow through me, the better I feel. Simple. Practice gratitude. So that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed that. If you're watching on the replay, thank you very much for watching on the replay. Thank you for joining me live. Those that join me live. If you are watching on the replay, just drop me a hashtag replay so that we can push it out to more people, because Facebook doesn't like showing things to people. Also, so we have the Becoming Luminous Tribe. Obviously, we have this Facebook group, but I also have the Telegram group. Telegram is more like a messaging app. So actually, that's where we're going to be having more intimate conversations, more connection, more getting to know each other, more finding that community, that sisterhood within us, because that is one of my top values. It's one of the things that is like the most important to me, is creating that sense of connection, community, sharing. That's why I love running my online circles, my in-person retreats, in-person circles, exhale meditation classes. I love bringing people together and creating that sense of community. So if you are in this group but you want a bit more connection, a bit more intimacy, come and join us in the Telegram group. All you need to do is download the Telegram app. It's basically like WhatsApp, but better. Download the Telegram app and join our Becoming Luminous Tribe. Becoming Luminous Tribe, that's what it's called. Search for it and come and join us. Right, I'm going to go now. Thank you very much. What I'm going to do this week, I'm just going to get my diary out today and plan in some free events because it's my birthday this month. On the 23rd, I'm going to be 40. Totally embracing it. Really am. Even all my wrinkles, like this one, just drives me mental. I think I need to get some tape, not Botox, tape. Apparently some kind of tape that you can do overnight. Tape your wrinkles down. It's fine. Totally fine with turning 40. No, I am. I am actually. I'm feeling good. We'll see how it lasts. Although I did read something yesterday or the day before that said that the midlife crisis is more like around 50 now rather than 40. So we'll see. But I have something quite exciting planned. Came to me like literally yesterday. I was going to sleep. So as I was going to sleep, I had to get up and write it down because I was like, I can't forget that. So it's a masterclass. And it's, yeah, I'm not going to tell you anymore yet because I need to just get my ideas together. But you can look out for that because it will go on pre-sale. And when it's on pre-sale, it'll be dead cheap. And then as I release more and more details, the price will go up. So if you want to just hop in, take a little leap of faith. That was one of the cards that we got in the membership. Leap, you go first, take the jump. If you want to do that, you will be able to get it on pre-sale, and then the price will go up as more is released and I'll start delivering it. But anyway, more on that soon. Right. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. I will speak to you all very, very soon. Bye for now.